welcome to everyone just tuning in to the Next Level Success Summit by Women's Biz Tribe. It is so wonderful to have you joining us. You might have just joined just to hear Ann Dettori Wilson, who is our next speaker. For those of you who have been just listening in to so many incredible speakers from around the globe, thank you, first of all, and I encourage you to continue popping your questions in chats, asking the speakers to some information about what they've shared. They were very, very happy to connect with you. You can do that via all of our platforms, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. You can also do that in the Women's Biz Tribe exclusive Facebook group, because everyone joining this summit is now a member for the next month. Complimentary membership of Women's Biz Tribe, where you can actually find all of our speakers, and you can even come to our events and learn from us, engage with us. We are so thrilled that you are part of our community. My name is Annie Gibbins. For those of you who I don't yet know, I'm the CEO of Women's Biz Tribe, and I am delighted to now introduce you to Ann Dettori Wilson. Ann is a Brisbane-based publishing expert. She's the founder of Dettori Publishing. It's a central hub for three businesses: Post, Pre-Press, Independent Ink, and Indie Experts, which offer a range of services to publishers and businesses and authors. And through these companies, Ann has helped develop and produce and bring to life thousands of documents and books, many of which have gone on to become bestsellers. She's also the author of The Entrepreneur's Guide to Self-Publishing, where she shares her wisdom that she's learned across so many, many years of professional experience, which helps inspire and guide authors who are going to embark on this exciting journey of self-publishing, which is super, super exciting. As a recent author of published books, oh my goodness, this whole topic is so exciting. And I just love it when we get to hear from the real experts who actually know what they're doing and can guide others to make that dream come true. So that's enough from me. Over to you, Anne. I'm super looking forward to what you're going to be sharing with our amazing community today.
Thank you, Annie, and good morning to you and to everyone else. I am really excited to be here as one of the speakers on the Success Summit. It's just such a diverse and interesting topic with so many different perspectives. It's just so interesting to hear what everyone has to say on their definition of success, because it means something different to all of us. And success for me is like a story, which you can probably imagine. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. You know, there is a journey involved, and you never know where it will take you. When I say there is a beginning, I define this as the day we are born, and each step we take leads to continued success. You know, there will be ups and downs, but that's the story of success. We fall down and we get up again. And that's part of the process of writing. You know, we continue on our learning journey, and that is the story of a life and the story of a book. There is success the whole way through, and there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. You know, how often do you hear about an overnight success, automatically dismissing all that has come beforehand, judging the journey to be an easy one? Now, I personally don't define success by one point in time or an action. For me, it is something that continues to happen and has different meanings depending on where I'm at in life. Yeah, many of the listeners and you, Annie, you know, will have had a baby or know someone that has, and can probably relate to what success means to a new mother. You know, when my first baby was born, success was having a shower and before 2 p.m. and getting out the door. Each day had a new success, depending on what stage my baby and I was at. You know, what was happening at that particular day would depend on the success. And, you know, if we go back a bit further in time and picture a young Anne sitting in her high school English class, staring out the window, her mind anywhere but in the classroom, dreaming up 1,000 stories. My success at that time was to get through the class. My teacher's success, on the other hand, was to get me to listen and pay attention. At no point in time did my teacher ever imagine that my success story would include working in the publishing industry, helping people share their story. I believe it's important to ask, what do you define as your success story? Do you have a story to share? One of my passions is I truly believe we all have a story to share, and we all have a unique journey. Our success is individual to us and should be celebrated. In this modern world, we tend to judge our success by the perceived success of others. What car the Joneses drive, our friend's new house, the success of an influencer, and on and on and on it goes. But is this the story of your success or that of others? Does achieving the success story of others define your values and who you are? In business and life, it's so easy to get caught up with what everyone else is doing, how they are perceived by others. Blending our success story into the reality of others can seem the solution to succeed. But is it? How much more exciting is it to own your own success story and stand out for who you are? That is one of the wonderful things I do when I work with our authors. I help them share their success story and challenge them along the way. Now, when I was writing my book, The Entrepreneur's Guide to Self-Publishing, people thought the writing process would be easy for me. They presumed success would be easy. Now, I'd like you to pay attention to this point. It was not. It was not easy. I might work in the publishing industry with writers and look at the written word all day, but this did not make writing easy for me. Achieving the success of being a best-selling author did not come easy. There were many challenges along the way, and a lot of them, in fact, most of them, were in my head. Yes, like all authors, I had to challenge my mindset. Let go of the words of my English teacher and have confidence in myself and the knowledge I had gained. Success in many of those moments was just getting up early and picking up the pen. The ultimate success was launching the book and the pride that came along with it, and where it has led me to today and how I can help. A success that I had never dreamed of as a teenager. If you'd asked me back then if I thought I would write a book one day, I would have laughed in your face. Who, me? Become an author? Never. The success continues in what I learnt along that journey, which I continue to pass on to our authors. I believe one of my greatest successes was learning empathy. I now understand what goes beyond writing, what can happen to our thoughts at all stages of the journey, and how self-destructive they can be. Success will vary along the writing journey, and for some, it starts with having the confidence to believe they do have a story to share and expertise that will help others. Now, I'm going to share with you an overview of how a typical non-fiction business author success story comes to life. I would like you to imagine a small business owner, a professional in their industry, for example, a doctor, a lawyer, or accountant, financial advisor, any of these. Now, each one of these professionals has their own unique journey and story, but how does the outside world know how they are different? They only see the professional, not what makes their story unique. Sharing their story and expertise helps them stand out, but also shows the reader how they too can become successful. So, for example, achieve better health, improve finances, a stress-free divorce, and the list goes on. It's a success story for all, both the professional and the reader. I work with these professionals when they know they need to reach more people, as they can only share their expertise with so many one-on-one clients. The writing success story begins with having the courage to believe this and take action. From this beginning, the success continues through each stage, from the planning, submitting draft chapters, and for many, the most daunting stage of all is submitting the full manuscript for editing. Continuing on this journey to the successful launch of their book and what follows. But when I first talk to potential authors, the success focus is often on writing and publishing the book. But I believe this is a small part of the book's success story. It is only its beginning. Trust me when I say writing and publishing a book is like having a baby. You give birth to your book, you spend months developing it, watching it grow, feeding it lovingly, and when the time comes, you let it fly out into the world. Your book's success story begins with an idea, the middle is the launch, and the end is where it takes you as an author. We set goals and work to achieve these things, and often the book's success story will fly beyond the launch. But this doesn't just happen. As an author, you need to have a plan and an understanding how the book fits into your business ecosystem and life. To highlight how this can happen, I'd like to take you on the journey of Bernie Landels, the author of Finding Their Feet. Now, Bernie came to us because friends and peers were telling her she needed to write a book. She had valuable information she needed to share with the world, not just her clients. Now, Bernie specializes in infant massage and baby feet, a subject I will admit to I balked at when I heard about it, and I really wondered how on earth we were going to be successful in making this an interesting book. Now, I love to be proved wrong, and Bernie wrote an amazing book. Was it the book she intended to write? No, it was not. Bernie came to us confident in her knowledge, but it was through the writing journey she learnt that she had a lot more than she gave herself credit for. She also explored new research and continues to do so today. Success for Bernie came at many stages. Firstly, it was beginning to write and submit chapters for a review, something she was really nervous about doing right at the beginning, but grew in confidence as she went along. Secondly, she really began to believe in herself, to explore new research and learn along the writing journey and include new material that she had never considered at the beginning. Thirdly, she believed in her book so much that she approached shoe manufacturers that she really admired, and partnerships were formed. She also is now a global speaker. This journey to success has led Bernie to launch her best-selling book, travel, giving talks, educating new parents, approaching universities, conducting research in feet development, and contributing to new studies. If we went back in time, when Bernie first came to us with her ideas, her success story was helping new parents and the development of infants' feet. She has achieved this success, but how she is reaching people is going far and beyond her initial concept of what this success story looked like. Bernie is only one of our successful authors, and all have a unique journey to achieving their author success. But there are a few things that are consistent. These include planning, planning, and more planning. Now, can I say that again? Planning. It's so important. Making a commitment to write and sticking to it. Having the confidence to share their success. Not just put the book in the garage, actually telling people about it and sharing their story and their success and what they have to say. And having an open mind to where the journey will take them, not being fixed on one thing, but having an open mind. Without following these key points, it can be a long, rocky road to success. And we all know long, rocky roads are exhausting. We are all writing the stories of our life. And part of the continued success is learning and learning from our mistakes. Helping our authors is a big part of my success story. I love how I can have an impact on someone's life and how this has the potential to have a ripple effect and have an effect on other people's life. We never know where this success story will end and how it influences other people and the life they lead. But it is only a part of who I am as a person. I do not define myself solely on the success of my authors or my business. Life is much more than that. Sometimes success can be getting up in the morning and finding the motivation to turn on the computer. Life can be overwhelming, and success can seem like an elusive dream. I'm learning that I have to trust myself and own my expertise, and this in turn will lead to continued success. It is not always what I have to show to the outside world, but often what happens inside my head. My success story is being written and defined as I go along. I grew up in an era where mental health was not talked about, and I had no understanding of anxiety or its implications. Looking back to my teenage years, I remember where I was often sick before exams or facing anything new. Success to me then was getting through those days. I left high school not with the goal of going to university, but to travel. Success was getting on a plane and heading to the other side of the world, not knowing anyone, terrified, but doing it anyway. I look back at that 21-year-old girl waving goodbye to her parents, heading off an adventure, and I'm proud of her. My success story hasn't followed the traditional trajectory. I have gone about things in a different lane to most people. I have learned to understand and love all aspects of me. And I'm not just me, Anne. I'm also proud mum to 4 adult children, stepmum to 3, a granny,